Hey guys, I'm Roger Marks.
And I'm Caden Sheen. Welcome to the 71st episode of MystiCast.
Today we're going to give you the latest news on the newest Razor phone and take a tour of Theodore Roosevelt National Park.
See who the BSC Mystics sign for next season and enjoy a play from Mary Stark Elementary. Stay right there.
This is MystiCast.
Last time on MystiCast, Morgan Drake asked the student body why they upgrade their phones.
Now he's back with a review of his own upgraded phone, the Razor Phone 2.
Way back in 2016, Google launched its Pixel phone lineup. These phones immediately enthralled me. They had aux cords, USB-C charging, and most of all, they were built for gaming. Since then, phones just seem to have become marginal improvements year after year, and companies seem to be trying to cover as much screen as possible with their notches, which I am so against. There is one recent phone, however, that has managed to captivate me. Welcome back to Tech Hacks. The Razor Phone 2 had me from the moment I picked it up. Let's start with what you see when it's still in the box. It has no markings on the outside, just a logo to distinguish it. And the phone itself keeps this overstated understatement. The phone is a black brick, with 90-degree angles on the corners and a clean glass back. It looks like no other phone on the market, and that's a good thing to me. Turning it on reveals the phone's first trick, the chroma logo on the back. This can be customized to change colors automatically or blink specific ones when you have a new notification. It also has different activity levels based on how much you care about your battery life. Once the phone has booted and updated to the latest version of Android Pie, the next special thing about this phone will reveal itself, the screen. This phone has a 120Hz display, meaning the screen refreshes the image on the screen twice as fast as a normal phone. For comparison, the Oculus Rift, a device meant to fool your brain into thinking it's looking at the real world, only updates itself at 90Hz. The final piece of this phone's design that really helps it stand out is its volume. I'm sure you've noticed by now that the phone has gigantic bezels on the top and bottom of the screen. Let me assure you, they are completely necessary. Those grills are speakers, THX certified and able to push noise like you wouldn't believe. Here's an example. All of this fancy stuff in a phone might lead to one huge concern among buyers: battery life. Well, fortunately, there's nothing to worry about there. I have never had trouble getting through a full day on a single charge, no matter how hard I have pushed this phone. Speaking of pushing, let's talk about the purpose of this phone: gaming. On its own, this phone is pretty slick at mobile games. Some of the games on offer even have full 120Hz support, and Razer has curated a list of those games in its own Android storefront. None of this is to say the phone is perfect. I have had some very strange issues with this device, including but not limited to: the screen will turn off sometimes and just never turn back on until I restart the phone. Speakerphone works, but for some reason I have to shout in order to be heard. The glass back of the phone is a fingerprint magnet. The black finish of the phone comes off when it gets scratched, showing an ugly silver scar. The camera is not excellent. Better than most, but not excellent. Some people complain about the edges of the phone pushing into their hands. It has no aux port, and no other USB-C cable seems to be able to charge it, except the one that came in the box. If you're in the market for a new phone, and none of the above problems sound like they'll be an issue for you, I wholeheartedly recommend this phone. However, if you think something on that list might negatively affect you, then I have this to say: if you don't like it, you can always return it. Thank you for watching Tech Hacks.
For more tech hacks, be sure to check out previous episodes on bscmysticmedia.com.
As the country celebrates National Park Week, Theodore Roosevelt National Park in Medora teamed up on Saturday, April 20th with the National Park Foundation, waiving entrance fees. Reporter Daniel Burbank was there to check it out.
Credit cards can be risky to apply for early in life. Reporter Justine Smith gives us the details on how to safely build credit scores without going into debt.
As freshmen enroll for college for the first time, credit scores may be a mystery for those just getting started. Many students don't realize that not obtaining a good credit score can be a bigger issue as the years progress. I talked with a Bismarck State student on what credit scores mean to her.
I do want to build up my credit because I do want to get a new car. I have a 2012 and it's already got 100,000 miles on it, so I'll be needing a new car soon. I'm a business management major, and if I want to open up my own business, I need a building, so I'm going to need credit to get a building, to get the permits for all of the management-ish stuff that nobody cares about.
No one on campus would talk to us about how students can stay on top of their student loans, so finding a bank you can trust is important. Mallory Westby, a financial advisor from Gate City Bank, tells students how safely to build credit without putting themselves at risk.
Talking about credit cards. So having a credit card is good, but if you max it out, that makes your score go down. So what you have on your credit is revolving credit, total revolving credit. That's all, total of all your credit card limits. Like say you have a Walmart card that's $1,000, Shields card that's $1,500. That's your total revolving credit, but if you've maxed both of those out, that actually doesn't help you. If you keep them at a zero balance, that's the best thing you can do.
While building credit at a young age increases chances for better financial opportunities in the future, some are not aware of the dangers of applying for credit early in life. Justine Smith, reporting from MystiCast.
When we come back, we'll hear why technology is so important for BSC students and why they just can't put their phones down. Don't go anywhere. This is MystiCast.
Meet Chris. Chris loves sports. He loves sports so much he built a cave. The Sports Cave, where every fan is welcome. Buy, sell, and trade your favorite sports cards. And for those special cards you want to keep in mint condition, don't just collect it, protect it with our cases and sleeves. The Sports Cave, located behind South Walmart in Bismarck. Like and follow us on Facebook.
Students pay a lot of attention to cell phones. Reporter Petra Davison takes us through their day-to-day lives.
Almost 95% of all Americans have a cell phone or some way of mobile communication. Many students bring their phones to classes and get easily distracted with them. Some students believe that this is harmful to people's education.
The way that it adversely kind of affects what you do, like paying attention in class, that kind of stuff. People are always on their phones, rather than paying attention when you're spending thousands of dollars. Maybe they're not your own, but they're somebody else's that trying to go towards education. I think it'd be better if you can just put away your phone.
There are many positive and negatives to the advanced technological world. The gap among generations causes conflict in relation to phones.
I would say it has a good impact on society, being that we can effectively communicate long distances, make plans, and cell phones also give us access to all this information.
Phones and technology have advanced society throughout the years and will continue to expand with new technology coming out. Technology can be beneficial, but make sure to wager both the positive and negative effects of it in your life.
What you're about to witness is a college student's worst nightmare. Only seconds left for Tristan Hartle. Can he beat the clock? Let's find out.
Hey, don't forget, you have that math test Monday.
Run.
Wow. I did not see that coming. Caden, you caught up with the newest Mystic, right?
Yeah, I did, and here's the story. The BSC boys basketball team landed a massive recruit for the next 2 years, and I mean massive. The 6'9" Macaulay Young out of Shiloh Christian School here in Bismarck. Young averaged 16 points, 14 rebounds, 2 blocks, as well as shooting 56% from the field. He let me know why he chose BSC.
Just because it's home and I just know a lot of people here, like Caden Sheen, the best reporter out here. I get to have all my family here and come watch me play, and my uncle's actually a chemistry teacher here, so he'll definitely be here for all the games.
Macaulay led his team to the state tournament for the second straight season, and even led them to the state championship game. He even managed to set the record for most rebounds in the tournament with 58.
The Bismarck Shade Tree players teamed up with Mary Stark Elementary School to bring kids a look into the world of theater. Reporter Elliot Hellman gives us the details.
Students at Mary Stark Elementary School had a new reason to look forward to Fridays. For the past 2 months, BSC theater students and members of the Bismarck Shade Tree players came to Mary Stark Elementary to help the kids with rehearsing and performing plays. The students put on productions of The Three Little Pigs and Jack and the Beanstalk on April 16th at the Mandan High School Auditorium. Literary coach at Mary Stark, Vonda Dahl, and Shayna Hoveroot of Shade Tree Players say they loved the experience and how the students got to break away from the day-to-day curriculum.
So what we saw over the last 6 weeks is kids step out of their comfort zones. We saw kids use creativity in ways they normally don't get to, because really the arts are pretty diminished during the school day. It's all about reading and writing and math, which are great, but that creative side of the school day has just really kind of been tamped down.
It was just like the epitome of an amazing creative, collaborative experience, and being able to share that with all the students at Mary Stark was the best.
Elliot Hellman from MystiCast.
That's all for the 71st episode. Make sure to stay tuned for our final episode of the season, May 9th, on our Facebook page, Mystic Media.
Or you can go to bscmystics.com/livestream for our final show. We will be filming the last episode live, so don't miss out.
Thanks for watching. This is MystiCast.